I think it is a true emergency. I don't think it can wait till February.
Over $200 million in rental relief was approved by state lawmakers last night. We have the details on their extended program. Plus,
weather, not to be forgotten this morning on this Tuesday. Weather, one of our top morning headlines. A lot of people talking about the snow we saw last night around the metro area. So we sent a photographer out into the West Hills. That's right off Highway 26 there at Sylvan. And you can see that slight, I guess you could call it slight, depending on how you look at it. It looks pretty significant to me.
Yeah. That's either a hefty dusting or a couple inches, one of the two.
Absolutely. Can we take a look at some other video? Our control booth will pull it up because this is coming to us from Ramin Ryan out in Bethany. Lots of big chunky flakes coming down. That's fun to see. Another one from Kathleen Floysted up on Skyline. You know, that's up at the higher elevations. We're talking probably about 900 feet-ish. So a very good chance if you live up in the West Hills, you probably saw some of that snow last night.
I'm surprised it's that. It's the first time I've had eyes on that video. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. I'm
surprised it's that much. Remember
the West Hills is always, you know.
But by
it's
much,
not good when he's surprised.
You're surprised.
Talking about the amount of moisture. You know, we knew last night the clouds would break and the temperatures would drop down to freezing and we would see some snow showers in the area. But I'm surprised the moisture amount, there was that much.
What about today?
Today, just like that, turns into a nice quiet day. We're going to be warming up into the 40s, just a few showers expected during the day. And there are breaks in the cloud cover still, and we think we'll get some sunshine. So right now, we got the showers scattered along the coast, but we're pretty much quiet up and down the I-5 corridor. Here are the temperatures. 29 Hillsboro, reports of kind of scattered dustings of snow in various areas. 32 out in Happy Valley this morning, and it's 35 degrees in Salem. So some of us below freezing, some above. Real quick, because you may be tuning in for tomorrow's forecast. Here we are Wednesday at 5 p.m. A soak over system's coming in early morning. This shows snow coming into Washington County, Beaverton, Hillsboro, the West Hills. Keeps generally a wet mix of rain up and down I-5 at 7 o'clock in the morning, and that would be warming during the day with temperatures getting up into the 40s. Here's a closer look, and you can see the snow at 7 o'clock being picked up into the West Hills and that mix out Highway 26, but holding on to the rain in the flats of the valley. We'll be talking more about all that coming up.
Absolutely. We'll see you then. Thank you, Rod. That's top of mind, and so is this. Health experts said it was just a matter of time until the Omicron variant showed up here in Oregon, and now OHA has confirmed 3 cases.
All 3 cases involve fully vaccinated adults. KGW's Alma McCarty has more.
We approach the end of 2021, our second year of battling COVID-19. Many of us were looking forward to ringing in 2022 with COVID-19 in the rearview mirror. Sadly, that is not the case.
Omicron variant COVID-19 now in Oregon, the newest addition to the list of states with confirmed cases. The samples tested and confirmed positive for the variant were from a Multnomah County resident in their 20s, a Washington County resident in their 20s, and another Washington County resident in their 30s. All 3 were fully vaccinated against the virus. According to OHA, 2 of the 3 had traveled internationally prior to the onset of symptoms. OHA hasn't revealed yet how serious the cases are or whether they had gotten the booster shot.
We recognize this news is frightening to many people. However, if history is our guide, we do know that even if a vaccine doesn't target a specific variant, the strong immune response you get from being fully vaccinated can still be highly protective against severe disease from all COVID variants.
Dr. Dean Seidlinger, health officer and state epidemiologist for Oregon, said his team is working to figure out 3 things about Omicron. Is it more transmissible? Does it cause more severe disease? And are the current vaccines and treatments still effective? Early studies show Omicron appears to be more contagious than even the Delta variant, but it is not causing more severe disease.
We've only been dealing with Omicron across the world over the last few weeks, and we still need more information to tell you definitively if Omicron causes more severe disease or not.
Dr. Seidlinger says boosters are proving effective in protecting people from severe disease and hospitalization. Once eligible, experts say getting your COVID booster is the best defense.
While we may not have been able to prevent the Omicron variant from reaching the state, by taking these steps, we can control how rapidly and widely it spreads in our communities.
Alma McCarty, KGW News.
Well, last night, Oregon lawmakers wrapped up a special session in Salem to pass more safety nets for people struggling to pay rent. Devin Haskins joining us now this morning with details of what those lawmakers decided. Good morning, Devin.
Good morning, Nina. Governor Brown called this special session because Oregon has run out of federal rent assistance. They paused the program earlier this month, and even some who have been approved for funds are waiting for those checks, and that was putting them at risk for eviction. So lawmakers Monday voted to give renters a longer safe harbor, way longer. If renters apply for assistance before the end of this coming June 2022, they would be protected from eviction until October 1st. Also approved $215 million for rent relief.
We need new money for the system. And otherwise, we will leave thousands of landlords and thousands of renters without protection and without being made whole. And I think it is a true emergency. I don't think it can wait till February.
This is a fix to get landlords paid who have been out of revenue for a long time. This doesn't going to fix the problem completely, but it's going to help them a lot. It moves it forward and it gives a chance for those who now can go back to work to be caught off and start afresh.
Now, there was some pushback to the new measures. Several conservative lawmakers raised concerns about whether people could abuse the program by not looking for work. State officials told us data shows most people are applying for rent assistance, and they're working and are paying back that rent. Rent assistance wasn't the only bill passed Monday. Our team on the story has much more on that. You can just head to our KGW YouTube channel to learn more. Drew?
All right, thanks for that update, Devin. Let's move on now to Portland City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, who is suing the city's police union, its former president, and a Portland police officer. She's accusing them of falsely linking her to a hit and run earlier this year. The woman whose car was hit told police at the time that Hardesty was responsible. But within one day of that claim, an investigation showed that Hardesty wasn't involved at all. Before her name was cleared, though, a police officer passed along information to the media that linked Hardesty to that accident. The lawsuit seeks $5 million in damages.
Workers at Fred Meyer and QFC have voted to authorize a strike, but for now, contract negotiations continue. It's business as usual at local stores. The vote from members of United Food and Commercial Workers Local 555 doesn't mean a strike is a sure thing. It just means they're ready to strike if negotiations fall apart. The union is citing unfair labor practices. In a statement, the union secretary said the pandemic has highlighted both the importance of grocery workers to our communities, as well as the struggles they endure to make ends meet, all while producing record profits for Fred Meyer and QFC. Essential employees deserve the same care and respect now that they've shown for our neighbors over the last 2 years.
We insist that our company is and continues to follow every labor law and legal requirement, and will continue to do so.
Jeffrey Temple with Fred Meyer says the company's goal is to get a fair and balanced outcome when it comes to wages and health care benefits. Both sides say they'll negotiate at least through Thursday.
All right, time to check in with Rod. Not much to talk about here, Rod, except for the fact that it snowed last night.
Is it bad that I was so surprised how much snow was on top of the West Hills? Was
it
that
made
bad?
me feel better about being surprised, because when I saw that video, I couldn't believe how much accumulated there.
I mean, we talked about the fact that it would get cold last night because the showers would be dwindling, the clouds would break, we get some freezing temps, there would probably be some lingering showers, and those would likely turn into snow. I'm just surprised we saw so much up in the West Hills. And it certainly makes you wonder about tomorrow, which I'm going to get into. So here's the big picture right now. Low pressure system spinning right there. It's going to continue to feed scattered showers our direction, but model output is less than 1/10 of an inch, even less than 5/100ths of an inch. So we don't expect a lot of total rain today in the valley. There's some flurries out near the Idaho border, but otherwise it's pretty much a mix of clouds and dry right now in central and eastern areas. The radar right now, active scattered showers on the beach. Notice you get just away from the coast up to the Coast Range, you quickly find snow. And the Sunset Highway, I haven't seen the actual report, but it looks like they easily picked up about 4 inches of snow above 1,000 feet up in the Coast Range last night. So, and we had snow all the way down to Murphy Hill going to Newport, Lincoln City yesterday. So be prepared and check those conditions if you're traveling over the Coast Range. Cascades, of course, snow-covered passes, no surprise there. Here are the early morning numbers. 27 Bend, 35 Pendleton, above freezing up and down I-5 from Kelso, Portland to Salem, but Eugene's at 30, and then we have mid-30s at the coast itself. So today, just a few showers. We'll get some sunshine, and we'll be 43 at noon and 41 at 5 p.m. with light winds. Not a bad day. Tomorrow's headlines. Likely gorge snow starts in the morning and continues throughout the day. Could be as much as 4 to 5 inches in places like Cascade Locks and Stevenson. More like 2 inches potentially by the time you get through Hood River out toward the Dalles. Metro Hills, 2 to 4 inches in the AM hours tomorrow at 500 feet or higher. Early snow spots down low. Remember, Futurecast has been showing like Beaverton and Hillsborough getting some early morning snow, but likely just wet and pretty much a steady rain up and down the actual I-5 corridor itself. 44 today, 41 tomorrow, so we will be warming in the afternoon. Thursday's pretty quiet. Friday's quiet. Really wet Friday night into Saturday. I am finished. Back to you.
Yep, getting my snow tires on tomorrow, finally. Thanks, Rod. Still ahead this morning, we are hearing from a local couple whose vacation in Mexico took a terrible turn. A freak accident sent them to the hospital, and now they can't come home until they pay their entire hospital bill. Their story coming up at 5:15. Plus, cold and flu season is underway as folks line up for their COVID vaccines and boosters. And many are wondering, is it okay to get the vaccine if you have any mild cold symptoms? Our Verify team looks into it after the break.